Hello there, I'm Pia from Pia's Creative World. It's October, which means Halloween is knocking on the door, and today I'm going to show you how to make a little treat box for Halloween evening. First off, I've chosen a stamp set. This is from Clearly Besotted, and I'm picking out a few images that I want to stamp. Now, the images mustn't be too big because the item I'm going to stamp on isn't very big, and besides, it's a round item I'm going to stamp on, which is why I can't use a stamping press. But clear blocks are definitely the way to go here. Also, I'm going to use StazOn, which is a solvent ink, and I have to use that because I'm going to stamp on paper cups. Now, paper cups has a sort of a kind of waxy surface, which means I can't use dye ink and I can't use pigment ink either. Now, notice my technique when I'm stamping. I'm either rolling the cup or I'm rolling my clear block. Now, the most important thing here is not to touch the image once I've stamped it, because the StazOn ink needs a little time to dry when I'm stamping on this kind of surface. I don't know about other paper cups. It might have a better surface, but here it works. Now, I'm only stamping on the below section of the cup because I need the top 1/3 to make cuts, because we're going to create a closing with the top 1/3 of the cup. For this, I'm cutting 8 sections, and you can see I'm sort of trying to make sure I cut on either opposite side in the cup. If you want a really close, tight close for the cup, you can choose to cut 16 sections, which means you actually just double up the number of cuts you make. I've chosen only to make 8, basically because 16 means more work. 8 is alright, the closing is workable, and you can still fill in candy without it just falls out. After I've made all the holes, I have found some thread, which I can use to close up with. This is just ordinary cotton thread, which basically you can use for knitting, for crocheting, anything, you know. No expensive thread, just normal standard. I found some of my needles from my knitting kit, and these work perfectly for this. Notice how I'm kind of weaving the thread in the top of the cup. This is very important for the closing to work perfectly when we are tying the strings together in the end. Now, it doesn't actually take this long. I know some might think this is very difficult, but this is also a project you can get your kids to help with when you're creating these little treats for the kids. Most importantly, do remember to add the candy in the cup before you close it. When I did this, I think I made almost 50. Not all of them were cups. I made 3 different kinds of wrappings, but the cups were most popular. I mean, I think it was because the kids couldn't look through. It was like this little treasure and surprise when they got home. And it was really cool to see their faces when I sort of showed them the treat wrapping. It was like, oh, and they all dived for this cup first. So they ran out first. Now, to finish off the cup, and also basically because it's a brown cup, not very interesting, I'm making a little tiny tag, just punched it out with a circle of orange cardstock and stamped a sentiment. Adding a hole with my hole punch, and then I can put it on the thread and end off tying a bow. This is actually, I think this idea is brilliant. I can't remember where I saw it. I think I saw it somewhere, probably on YouTube or Pinterest, I don't know. But just when you get the end result, as you can see here in the picture, this really big bucket just filled with candy for Halloween and 3 different wrappings, and I mean the kids went crazy when they stopped by. That's it for today. You can find links to the product list below, and all I want to say is thank you for watching, and I hope you will stop by another day. Bye bye.